Hello everyone and welcome to the Fintelligent Investor series by Rupai Financial Services. I am CA Pratiksha Pai.
And I'm CA Sanket Naik.
Happy and then better. There. Mother. And then and there. And then. It's a time. Get the bus.
As a part of our 75th Independence Year celebrations, we are coming up with the series. So starting from 15th August for 5 days, we have a series which involves 5 topics of interest, and for each topic we will be putting out 15 basic points regarding that topic. So 15th August, 5 topics, 15 points in each topic. So 15 into 5, totally 75 pointers which we will be putting before you all. And starting from 15th August, every day one of these series episodes will be coming out. So we request you all to be with us in this journey, and we want to make this series a successful one, and believe me, it will all be topics of interest to the whole general public. I am very sure, may it be anyone, ladies, men, kids, everyone can watch this and be enlightened, and we will try to put forth all these pointers in a very simple manner. So be with us. Thank you.
Please. Like. Share. Share.
Hi, it's your birthday this month, right?
Yes.
So what should I get you?
Gold.
So can I gift you SGB?
What, when I'm going to events and parties, I'll wear sovereign gold bond certificates in my neck and go, what?
But these are in demat form.
So by now you all must have guessed it, right? Today's topic of discussion is SGB, or sovereign gold bonds. So let us discuss today's 15 basic pointers about SGB. Let's start.
So the first and basic question, what is sovereign gold bond and who issues these bonds?
Okay, so SGB, as you told, stands for sovereign gold bond. So what does this mean? So I'm paying per gram of gold, but I'm not getting physical gold. I'm getting a demat gold, or I'm just getting a gold in bond format. So I'm not getting any physical gold which I can keep in my cupboard or my locker, but in a demat format I will be having those many grams of gold, which someday I can sell and invest in actual gold if required. So who issues this? The RBI, that is the Reserve Bank of India, issues this on behalf of the Government of India. So SGB is just a substitute for physical gold. Okay. So now let me ask you, Sanket. You told you'll gift me SGB instead of actual gold. So let us do this question: SGB versus physical gold. Which is better, and what are the risks that are involved in both? Can you please tell us?
Yes, sure. So in physical gold, what happens is you have this issue of making charges, purity, all these concerns may come up. A certain jewelry bought somewhere may not fetch the same value elsewhere. Whereas in SGB, that's not of any concern. A 1 gram of gold will give you the same, will be recognized everywhere as 1 gram of gold at whatever rates are prevailing in the market at that point of time. And as far as the risks are concerned, we all know the risk which is involved whenever there is gold. There is always a storage risk. You cannot simply keep gold lying around. You have to keep it safely. Then there is also, let's say you are keeping it in a locker or something, again there are costs involved there. You have to pay locker rent or something like that, or you may need to have a safe and all these things. Whereas in case of SGB, what happens is it is either with the RBI in the form of in their books, and it's physical or in a bond, or it's in a demat form. So there is no risk of losing the SGB.
You need to just keep the bonds safe.
Yes.
If it is in bond format.
Yes.
If it is in demat, even that risk is gone.
Correct. That's right. Hey, so now that we know the risks and benefits, so can you let me know who can invest in this?
Sure. So a person who is resident as per the FEMA laws can invest in the SGBs. So eligible investors can be either individuals or HUF, that is Hindu Undivided Families, or trusts or charitable institutions, and universities. So all these can invest in the SGBs. And the most important point there, of course, as I mentioned earlier, for individuals is that they should be residents as per the FEMA rules.
So if a person was a resident when they invested and then becomes a non-resident, what happens?
So if a person has started investing in SGB when they are a resident, when he or she is a resident, and subsequently they have to go abroad, out of India on some opportunities, and they become a non-resident as per the FEMA laws. So what happens at that point of time is they can continue to hold these bonds till they redeem it or till it matures. But after that, once they are a non-resident, they cannot invest in SGB. So now as residents, we can invest in SGB. So can you tell us what is the minimum investment that we have to do if we are investing, and up to what limit? So what is the maximum that of the investing that we can do in SGB?
Yes, surely. So you can start with a minimum of even 1 gram. That is the very minimum which you have to invest. But the maximum you can do is up to 4 kgs for individuals and HUFs, and up to 20 kgs for charitable institutions and other similar trusts and universities. And keep in mind, this maximum limit is for the entire financial year. It's not for one lot.
So every time a lot is being announced, and when we are investing, we have to keep in mind that if at all we can do a maximum investment, I hope everyone is able to do that. But if we are able to do a maximum investment also, it should be in a 1 year, not per lot, no?
Correct. The maximum limits prescribed are for the full year.
Okay.
So how is the price set for this? On what basis the price decided?
First and foremost, the price is in Indian rupees. Okay, that is fine. Now, how is the price set? On what dates price is set? And how is the price taken from where? And all that we have to see. And for what purity of gold, etc. So, firstly, let me say the price set is for gold of 999 purity. So, generally we go for a hallmark of 916. That is 91.6% purity. But here, the gold price is set on 999 purity, 99.9% purity. So what price is taken is that the Indian Bullion and Jewelers Association, they set the closing price for each purity of gold, and for the closing price that they set for 999 purity of gold is taken. Now again in this there is one method that is used. So whenever the subscription period is starting, for the week preceding that subscription period, for the week before that subscription period, the last 3 business days of that week. So for that last 3 business days of the week preceding the subscription period, the simple average is taken for the gold prices of 999 purity of the closing price of those 3 days. Okay, so say the subscription period is starting on a Monday. The last week's, say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are the last week's last 3 business days. So Wednesday's closing price plus Thursday's closing price plus Friday's closing price divided by 3. That is the amount that is taken at which the subscription price is kept. So to make it very simple for you guys, all this was very technical. Let me tell it very simply. Subscription period, the week preceding that, 3 days, the last 3 business days, the closing price and its simple average is taken. Okay, for 999 purity. So this I can tell you one more thing in this, that when you sell that gold, you are selling gold of 999 purity. So sometimes you may see 916 purity and say, why is my gold price higher? Because it is 999 purity. Okay, so when you are selling that gold in SGB, you get the rate of 999 purity. Keep that in mind.
And also you don't need to worry about making these calculations. It's already decided by the RBI.
Yes. And of course there will be no cheating and all in this. This is just a technical point that we put forward so that you all know what it is. Okay. So now one of the major advantages which I feel for SGB is that we get an interest on it, whereas if you have physical gold, you have to pay some expenses in order to keep it safe. So in SGB it is safe plus we get an interest. So can you just tell us how much interest we will earn and how we will get that interest? Is it in form of gold itself? Will it be added to SGB, or will we get it? Will we get money or something like that?
Yes, I will let you know. So you get an interest of 2.5%. So this is a fixed rate of interest. It doesn't change, and this is calculated based on the original investment amount. And it doesn't matter what is the value of gold.
Okay, so it is 2.5 monthly or annually?
You get it semi-annually, and the last amount is paid at the time of maturity.
Okay. So it is 2.5% on whatever the value we have in our SGB account.
The value which you invested in.
Okay, so it's not the market value. So there lies the little information bit that we have to really share, right?
Yes,
Because
definitely.
people may get confused. So it's not on the basis of market value on the date of payment of the interest, but it is your investment amount. On that you get.
Yes, and you get it in the form of money in the bank. It doesn't
Oh.
get added to the gold or something like that.
Okay, so we get that semi-annual credit, is it?
Yes, you get it in your bank account, which you would have informed at the time of subscribing to these bonds.
Oh.
So, can we use SGB as a collateral for a loan?
Yes. So when you invest in SGBs, this is one of the other advantages, I should say. It's not just a debt investment. Like again, for gold, it is just you have to just keep it somewhere. You have to safeguard it and all of that. And of course, there are gold loans, but in our society, it's a matter of a social stigma at times. When a person is taking a gold loan. But in matters of SGB, yes, you can provide it as a collateral for loans against at banks, NBFCs, or any financial institutions. And how it works, how much value will you get when you keep SGBs as collateral? That loan to value ratio is same as gold loan. So, but the social mentality, that of getting a gold loan by keeping your physical gold with the bank, that is not attached to this. It's in demat format, and it's like you're just giving SGB as collateral. So yes, SGB can be offered as a collateral against loans, and it works in similar manner how gold loans work. So Sanket, tell us, is this SGB in physical format or in demat format? Because we have been talking from that time saying it is in bond format, it is in demat format, it is in bond format, it is in demat format. So everyone may get confused. So let us know if it is in physical or demat format.
So you have an option of choosing any one of them, where you can either go for a physical format, what you get is a bond, or you can choose to do it in a demat format as well, wherein it gets credited to your demat account. So I wanted to ask you, is there any benefit in applying online rather than going to a bank or intermediary and applying physically?
Yes. So we have already discussed the price at which SGBs are sold. So here is one additional advantage that I want to mention. When you apply for SGB in online mode and when you pay in a digitized mode, what happens is the government gives you a 50 rupee discount on each gram. So if you are taking 1 gram, you get 50 rupees discount. If you are taking 2 grams, you get a 100 rupee discount. So this is the advantage, okay, an additional advantage if you do an online application and digital payment. So this is an advantage, right?
Oh, that's very good to know. I mean, if people can do it online, I think they should really do it.
Because first of all, in comparison to physical gold, there is no making and all that wastage and all that. You get a 999 purity gold. Plus, to encourage more of online transactions and to encourage more of digital payments, this step may have been taken. So at the beginning of the video, you were making tall claims that you will gift me SGBs and all. So is it possible to gift SGBs to anyone?
Yes, you can. In fact, you can gift it to a friend, a relative, practically anyone. But that person should be a person who is eligible to invest. The eligibility criteria which we mentioned earlier, such people you can gift them.
So I think then I'm eligible to invest. So I'm eligible to also take a gift in the form of SGB, right?
Yes, definitely you are. So is the allotment assured? I mean, once I apply, will I get it? I mean, we see in IPOs that sometimes things get oversubscribed and it almost becomes like a lottery.
Exactly, what you're saying is right. In IPOs, we have seen that we apply and then we have to cross our fingers because we don't know whether we will get the allotment or not. But thankfully in SGB it is not like that. So once you apply, provided you are eligible, that is if you are a resident in India as per the FEMA rules, and if you have provided valid identification document. These documents are taken at the time of applying itself. So you have to provide valid identification documents, and of course you have to pay the money on time. You can't sit without paying money and tell why didn't I get the allotment. You have to remit the amount within that correct time period, and then definitely you will get the allotment for whatever you have applied. So even if it is 1 gram, you will get that allotment. And of course, unlike IPO where the lot size itself is 15,000 rupees these days, in and around that range, that is a bit of a higher range. But in SGB you can even apply for 1 gram, and today's going rate is around the range of 4,700 ish. So even at that amount, if you apply even for 1 gram, provided you are eligible to apply, that you are a resident and you have provided valid identification documents and you have remitted the money on time, you will definitely get this allotment. So we discussed at what prices we can purchase this SGB. So can you also tell us at what price we can sell it? I mean, we can't set the price, right? So what price will I get when I sell these bonds?
Yes, so the price which you get is the value of gold at that point of time. So it's not a fixed amount when you invest, it is the price which is there on that day. But there is a exact mechanism put in place to determine this price. How it is done is the last 3 business working days average closing price published by the Indian Bullion and Jewelers Association. The average of these 3 prices is considered as the redemption price.
So it is same like how the price is set.
Almost very similar to how the price is set.
So same amount, same mechanism while selling.
It's there, I think it is last preceding weeks, where here it is last 3 working days. So can I exit from SGB at any point of time?
Okay, so here the tenure of SGB, it is 8 years. So from the date of issue, after 8 years, anyways it will mature and the amount will come into your account. But what if you want to exit from it before those 8 years? Okay, so here the rule is that you cannot exit for the first 5 years from the date of issue. Okay, you cannot exit for the first 5 years, but after the 5th year you have an option to exit at any point of time. And it is also, if it is in demat format, it is also tradable on security exchange. But if not, also after the 5th year you can exit at any time, and after the 8th year anyways it will mature and you will get that amount in your account. So can you tell us the process through which we go during the redemption from SGB?
Yes, so how it works is 1 month prior to the redemption you will be getting an intimation. You will be mentioned that the redemption is going to take place. So whatever bank accounts you have given originally, if that is there, then you will get the money there. But let's say there is any change, you should inform your banker or intermediary through whom you applied and get it updated, and the money will get credited to your respective bank accounts.
Okay, so being now I think it's a time for a true blue CA question. Can you tell us what are the tax implications on the returns that we get from SGB?
Yes, surely. So what happens is the interest which you will be receiving, this interest is taxable. So it's very simple and straightforward. You have to pay, include it in your income when you're computing your taxes, and pay tax on it. Now the capital gain, what you get at redemption. So there are 2 kinds of capital gain here. Let's say you hold a bond till redemption. Such kind of capital gain is exempt from income tax. So you don't have to pay any tax if you hold a bond till redemption. But let's say you decide to transfer the bond to someone. In that case, it is not exempt. However, you will get indexation on the capital gain.
So yes, we have discussed our 15 points on SGB, that is sovereign gold bonds. We have tried to discuss this in a very concise and precise format, because otherwise the 15 pointers will go into hours, I believe, right? If we sit
Yes.
and discuss the every details of it. So for the sake of this series that we are doing, we have put in really quick points, precise points. If you have any queries, definitely let us know in the comments, and we will be very much happy to elaborate on these points. Thank you everyone, and this is a successful finish of SGB 15 point series. Thank you.
Thank you.